Okay. Alright, welcome back. We got a special guest out here today, Mrs. Guns and Gear, if you will. She's my wife. Despite being married to me, she's a relative newcomer to the AR platform, which makes this rifle a very good choice for her in terms of training, the M&P-15-22. We're taking a few shots here on target, see if she can hit the steel a little bit, and then we're going to get into some of the things we like and don't like about it. Take it away. Alright, so you guys have seen me shoot a ton. You probably don't want to see me shoot anymore, and I'm sure you're more interested in watching her shoot anyway. What are some of the things, just from a new shooter's perspective, that you like about the rifle?
I really hate recoil, so there's absolutely no recoil, and that's what I really like about it.
Alright, one of the other things that new shooters are typically scared of is the sound signature of a rifle, especially. The loud bang makes them flinch, things like that. She doesn't have the issue. I know you guys haven't seen her shoot before, but she doesn't have that issue with rifles, but she definitely does with handguns. So a 22 trainer and a handgun would be a good choice for a lot of new shooters as well. But as you can see here, for somebody who's getting used to peep sights, the rear aperture and things like that are difficult for people who have never shot rifles like that before, the gun's a good choice. We'll get into some more details in a minute, but anything else you wanted to add?
I keep an AR next to my bed, so this is just a really good and cheap way, I think, to practice with it and just get used to the system. So, like I said, no recoil, and you look really cool with it.
Alright guys, tabletop will be up next.
Alright guys, we're going to try to do a quick tabletop here where we show you some of the features here of the M&P-15. One of the things, obviously, it's got a 25 round magazine that comes with it. Standard. Another good thing about that is those can be bought relatively cheaply. I mean, you can get them for about 19, 20 bucks just in several places. Like I know Palmetto State has them. I know Smith Wesson sells them direct. So obviously it's not a bad deal considering the cost of some of the mags out there, especially for 25 rounders. The gun overall is 33 inches. It's got a 16-inch barrel on there. It's made of carbon steel. The polymer, the receiver, the upper, the handguard, the sights are all polymer design, but so far they've been holding up really well. The weight of the gun is 5.5 pounds, but when you compare it to a standard AR, it definitely feels very light. I just wanted to do a quick takedown of it here to show you guys what the insides look like. For those of you that are familiar with the, there you go. There's your charging handle. It's polymer, as you can see. But for those of you guys that are familiar with the 2245 pistol, it's a very similar type concept of how it works. That's the bolt carrier, if you will, concept of the rifle. With the recommended ammo so far, well, I guess we'll get into that point, it's been 100% reliable. To show you guys, they do have a actual recommended ammo list, and typically I'm not a big fan of putting manuals in the videos, but we're going to zoom in there just to show you. Those are the ammo that they recommend using in the gun, and I've been using the American Eagle. I have boxes of it, of the big surplus, like buy a whole bunch of the boxes, and I use this kind right here. Actually, I have some here. This kind. I've had no failures whatsoever, not even ammo failures, which is rare in a 22, but we've got over 1,000 rounds through it, and like I said, zero issues whatsoever. It doesn't really get dirty. It's very easy to clean. You just wipe it down, wipe out the inside. As you can see here, the trigger is slightly different than an AR trigger, or standard AR trigger, I should say, as is the lower. It's got a polymer hammer, but other than that, the design is very similar. As you can see, you look in there and see the disconnector, springs look the same, all of that. But I just wanted to break it down real quick, just to talk about that. The trigger pull is 7 pounds while I'm talking about the trigger. It's a good representation of what the standard mil-spec trigger would be. And the rear sight here, as you can see, is a dual aperture. Just to zoom in for you. So it's just like your regular standard AR. So it's got wide if you want to do CQB type training, or the narrow setting for longer distance shooting. So now that we broke the rifle down, we'll just go over some of the features of it and why I like it. The big reason compared to like the Colt, which is really a Humorex, from what I understand, version, or really any of the competitors out there, is the controls. The controls function just like your AR rifle. So for instance, the mag here, as you can see, the mag release drops free, just like an AR. Insert an empty mag, charge the rifle, it locks to the rear, just like an AR. Your release button, hit it, goes forward, just like an AR. Everything mirrors the AR controls. Your safety is just like an AR. It accepts any kind of standard 6-position stocks that you may have, so if you wanted to throw some Magpul furniture on there, or mod stocks, or whatever you like. The grip also is interchangeable with any sort of aftermarket part. The 1913 style rail is the 1913 style rail, so it's polymer. But really, I mean, this stuff's rigid. I mean, if you think there's a lot of firearms these days that are polymer and they're holding up just fine. Glocks, for instance, XDs, M&Ps, exactly. It's a rugged little gun for a 22. I've been very impressed with it so far. As you guys saw there, my wife shooting today. I know you guys would probably get tired of seeing me shooting. She's a little cuter than I am, so probably preferred that. But I do shoot this rifle a good bit. In the beginning of the video, you also saw there, we use it to train the kids in our family. You saw the video there. It's an excellent rifle to learn on. The lack of recoil. There's no muzzle device on this one. They do make the threaded versions for suppressors, but I don't run a 22 suppressor, so it doesn't really interest me. But it's out there for those of you guys that are interested in it. All in all, guys, it's a solid rifle for the money. You can find these most places for $400 or under. The retail value, I believe, is $499, but I bought this one for, I think, $386 shipped. So for the money, most 22 uppers are going to be in that range. Your 22 conversion kits are $130, but in my experience, and I've ran 3 of them, none of them are reliable like this rifle is. This rifle's been, again, with the ammo I've used, the suggested ammo has been 100% reliable. The Remington Green Box, which is not on that list, I've tried it. It's not reliable in this gun. So if you stick with what Smith Wesson recommends, so far so good. But all in all, guys, I definitely recommend this rifle for those of you guys that are looking for cheap training and practice with your AR series rifles. I mean, it's good to go. I really haven't found any cons with it so far. But as always, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video. All right, thanks.